It's Good News Show with Marc Clarke. We're celebrating Healthy Dining Awareness Restaurant Week. Of course, a positive cause and good food is always a good place to be with the Good News Show. Welcome to the Good News Show with Marc Clarke. I am Marc Clarke. Let me tell you something. We got so much going on in this show. I need notes. Tell us about this beautiful house. The Good News Show with me, Marc Clarke. Two of my favorite titans. It keeps growing. The legend keeps growing. The Good News Show with Marc Clarke.
Hi, I'm Eric Dotson from Couples Tea House, Vinyl and Pages. And when you're not watching the Good News Show with Marc Clarke, I want you to come on down to the Light Street Pavilion, Harbor Place, to Vinyl and Pages and Couples Tea House, where you can get good vinyl, good books, good tea, and a great vibe.
Good News Show with Marc Clarke. I am with the Paris Brown. Always great to see you, Paris. How are you?
I am doing great, thank you. It's good to see you too.
We are celebrating Healthy Dining Awareness Restaurant Week, like a twist on Restaurant Week, where we celebrate really healthy eating.
Exactly. So this is the first annual Healthy Dining Awareness Restaurant Week.
Nice.
And so we decided to launch this as part of Diabetes Awareness Week. So very intentional at starting it at the beginning of the Diabetes Awareness Month.
Yes.
And what we wanted to do is elevate, right, the diabetes awareness. So you may or may not know, in the state of Maryland, between diabetics and non-diabetics, we're almost at 50% in the state of Maryland.
Wow.
And so what we wanted to do, this is just another tool to educate and create awareness. And more importantly, creating awareness around the table, sometimes where it starts at the table and not eating right. And so we're excited to be doing this. We have amazing partners, the public markets, Baltimore City restaurants, Baltimore Main Streets, and everyone is coming together in an effort to create awareness, share amazing journeys and stories, which you will get a chance to interview some of these amazing stories. Even where we are right now in Sopranos, he has one of the largest, we're here because he has one of the largest diabetic restaurant menus. And then, of course, you're going to hear the journey and story about Couples Tea. We're super excited. Their whole journey was inspired in creating Couples Tea because he was a diabetic.
Wow.
And then, of course, we have Pure Green right here, also at the Inner Harbor, and her journey to acquiring 4 franchises was inspired really by her heart health.
And that's something,
Yeah.
And I actually had an interesting experience. My grandmother was diabetic and lost her legs. My mother was diabetic. I'm diabetic, and so I was recently at my cardiologist, and so I no longer am in that category.
Right.
But he said, Mr. Clarke, as a diabetic, blah, 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 blah. And I said, I'm not diabetic anymore. He said, no, once you're diabetic, you're always considered a diabetic. He said,
I didn't realize that.
It's almost like an alcoholic. You're always considered. I was like, wow, that was interesting. But it really made me think about that and how serious it is, and how I think sometimes, even though it is a huge issue in our community, we almost take it lightly. I remember my mother and I battling back and forth. No, you can't have a piece of pie. Yes, I can, right? But it was like, okay, so even though my numbers don't put me in that classification anymore, I'm still in that classification, because when they look at your chart, they're seeing how your body reacts to things. And
That's right.
And I think I love the fact that you're focusing on this during this week, because I think for our community that's ravaged by diabetes, it's important for us, it always should be at the top of mind when we make those decisions when we're eating. So I love what you're doing. Shout out to the Baltimore Times. Shout out to you.
Thank you.
We're going to see you throughout the show. But I appreciate you inviting us to be a part of this great week and this great event.
Absolutely. And I want to share one more thing. In the city of Baltimore, right, because diabetes affects heart health. Heart health is the #1 killer in Baltimore City. And so, and my grandfather had diabetes, so we have it in our family too. And I too am pre-diabetic, right? And so it is very important for us to make sure we have the resources, that we are educated, and that we eat right. And so I'm so excited to not only have our partners, but we have the American Culinary Federation, Greater Baltimore chapter here, and some of the best chefs. So they're going to share some healthy tips.
Well, look, we're going to work Paris today. Paris is going to actually do that interview later on in the show. It's a Good News Show with Marc Clarke and Paris Brown.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Good News Show with Marc Clarke. I am Marc Clarke. Let me tell you something. We got so much going on in this show. I need notes. Tell us about this beautiful house. The Good News Show with me, Marc Clarke. Two of my favorite titans. It keeps growing. The legend keeps growing. The Good News Show with Marc Clarke.
Hi, it's something amazing.
Something amazing.
There's something amazing going on here in West Baltimore.
Next phase for some of your best soul food.
3 chefs catering for the best Jamaican food in the world.
In a cure of that sweet tooth, try Crazy Sweet Desserts.
If you're looking for some great seafood and wings, come to Dree Street Cuisine.
And they save the best for last. For sandwiches, smoothies, or salads, come see us at D&B Deli.
There's something really amazing going on in West Baltimore, here at the Mill. Great food, great drinks, great times to be had by all.
It's definitely something amazing going on North Avenue, man, and it's called the Mill on North. You got to come through. You got to check it out. Family friendly is enough for everybody. Come check it out.
It's an amazing place to come and visit. Come and check us out.
Welcome to One World Studios, where culture meets creativity and your vision becomes reality. Powered by the groundbreaking partnership between Frank Johnson Media and Paris D. Rose Productions, One World Studios is a full-service creative agency that delivers bold storytelling, powerful branding, and content creation. One World Studios is the go-to destination for creators, organizations, and brands ready to lead with purpose. If you're building something, we're your team. This is where strategy meets soul. Book One World Studios, oneworldstudios.hq.com. One vision, unlimited impact.
Hello, I'm Anthony Jenkins, president of Coppin State University, and you're watching The Good News Show with Marc Clarke.
Hey, this is Bay Frazier, and you're watching The Good News Show with Marc Clarke.
I'm Shalonda Stokes, president and CEO of Downtown Partnership of Baltimore, and I'm repping The Good News Show with Marc Clarke.
What's up, friends? It's the Baltimore foodie and the boy with the blue beard.
It's a Good News Show with Marc Clarke, and I'm sitting with the finest chefs in Baltimore representing the American Culinary Federation. Okay, so chefs, introduce yourself.
My name is Chef Walter Frazier.
Okay, chef.
I'm Chef Ivan Crumb Sr.
Assistant Chef Larry Mack.
Awesome, chef. And the chef at the end is also a singer, so he be cooking with the band and cooking in the kitchen. So chefs, we're celebrating Healthy Dining Awareness Restaurant Week. Also, we're celebrating good food, but also healthy food. How important is the food to be not only tasty, but also healthy?
Well, it's very important to make sure that you are cooking healthy food. With the obesity thing going on right now, you want to make sure you're putting out a good product.
I love it. And so are we seeing, chefs, I know with the emphasis on health these days, you guys were raised, you're the finest chefs. Do you have to make changes to your recipes because of that?
Depending on the age of the person, a lot of times we have to change the way that they've been used to eating. Some of these folks are still used to eating chicken boxes, still used to eating that sub or eating chicken 7 days a week. I know it's not healthy for you, but sometimes we're stuck in that little rut. So we try to help you get out of that rut and show you different ways to make food interesting to eat.
I love it. And so, chefs, we have all these shows that now feature chefs. And so we're seeing you guys not just in the kitchen, but your other skill sets. And so, chef, you're also in a band, you sing and you cook. How are you able to manage both of those things?
Well, a lot of times those things just go hand in hand together. You cook on stage, you cook in the kitchen. So they complement one another. But I'm here today, I really want to emphasize the different herbal teas and drinks that you can use, very simple, to make you, blend in with what you're already doing as far as your medications. Sometimes you need a little herbal tea for whatever you're going through, diabetes, inflammation. They're out there. So we would just want to urge everyone to just take advantage of those things.
And again, chefs, you know, I know we don't have a lot of time, but do you have an advice for the people, our viewers that do cook, and they do love delicious food, but they want to be a little healthier? Can you give us a quick rundown of some things they could do?
Well, what I would say is steaming your food is a good way to do it. Like steamed vegetables, keeping all your nutrients inside of it, eating like chicken breast, doing more grilling and doing more air frying and less grease is a healthier way of doing things.
Wow. Final word, chef, final word.
Learn how to read the labels of the foods that you're buying. Those of you say I have a problem with sugar, look at that little label that says sugar, 6%. Underneath it says added sugar. We don't look at that part. So now you're up to 14%. So read your labels and become a conscious eater.
I love it. Chefs, thank you so much for your time. Continue to do great work and continue to be number one.
Thank you.
Our chefs are in the building. It's a Good News Show with Marc Clarke.
It's officially giving season, and the Good News Show with Marc Clarke wants our viewers to be aware of what's going on in the community. Coming up Saturday, November 22nd, the Durant Family Charitable Foundation's annual Community Holiday Turkey Meal Giveaway, happening at Bishop McNamara High School, 6800 Marlboro Pike in Forestville, Maryland. Saturday, November 22nd from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, or until supplies last. It's going down rain or shine. A reminder that drive-through distribution is first come, first serve while supplies last. Once again, the Durant Family Charitable Foundation annual Community Holiday Turkey Meal Giveaway at Bishop McNamara High School, Saturday, November 22nd from 9 to noon or until supplies last at Bishop McNamara High School, 6800 Marlboro Pike, Forestville, Maryland. The Durant Family Charitable Foundation annual Community Holiday Turkey Meal Giveaway. The Good News Show with Marc Clarke wishing you and yours a happy holiday.
Baltimore Collegiate School for Boys, we don't just educate young men, we shape leaders. Leaders who rise with integrity, wisdom, and courage. Our rigorous curriculum challenges students to think critically, communicate effectively, and achieve greatness. From science and math to arts and athletics, we empower each boy to discover his potential. Our dedicated faculty and staff create a supportive environment that nurtures growth, both academically and personally. Here, every student is known and valued. Baltimore Collegiate is more than a school, it's a family.
Hello, I'm Anthony Jenkins, president of Coppin State University, and you're watching The Good News Show with Marc Clarke.
Hey, this is Bay Frazier, and you're watching The Good News Show with Marc Clarke.
I'm Shalonda Stokes, president and CEO of Downtown Partnership of Baltimore, and I'm repping The Good News Show with Marc Clarke.
Hi, we're Surface, and you're watching The Good News Show with Marc Clarke.
I'm Shalonda Stokes, president and CEO of Downtown Partnership of Baltimore, and I'm repping The Good News Show with Marc Clarke.
What's up, friends? It's the Baltimore foodie and the boy with the blue beard.
It's Good News Show with Marc Clarke, and we're talking about health, we're talking about eating well, and I have with me an amazing author who has an amazing story. Michelle Pettis joins us on The Good News Show. So, Michelle, your story is fascinating. When I asked you about your weight loss story, you told me, what'd you tell me?
I told you that in my lifetime, I have gained and lost over 700 pounds. From the time I was 20 until the time I was 60. I didn't tell you this part, but here's how it goes. I would lose 30, gain 40, lose 40, gain 50, lose 50, gain 60. That was my battle and my struggle for 40 years.
I hadn't thought about it before, but girl, I'm with you, girl. I don't know if it's 700 pounds, but I know your pain.
Yeah.
But you have a book that celebrates your success because for whatever reason, you figured it out and now you've maintained your weight loss. So let's start with that. What was different? What was the moment? What were the age range when you finally, because like you said, many of us have been in that cycle of weight losing, and then you finally have a moment. For me, I'm in the moment now where I feel like I've grasped. Mm-hmm. But as we talked off air, it's not as easy as it may look.
Right.
So what was the moment? What was there? The instant? Was there one that made you finally get it? and maintain?
Yeah, there were multiple moments, but I'll start with this one. When I figured out that my issue wasn't food. When I figured out it was the story behind the food, which is why I wrote the book. Why the book is Leaving Large, the stories of a food addict.
I love it.
But the bigger thing that I figured out was that I was unconsciously eating too much of the wrong stuff. And I'm not going to say food, I'm going to say stuff for the wrong reasons. And so there's 4 components: consciousness, the amount, the stuff that I was eating, and the reasons. And so for all the time that I was losing the weight and gaining, losing the weight and gaining, I was focused on what could I eat and how much of it could I have.
Yeah, I love it.
I was in that space.
Yeah.
But when I started to focus on why am I eating this and get conscious about it, that's when things started to shift. And that shift happened when I went to a doctor. I went to a doctor, a weight loss doctor, and she said, I can help you. And she gave me a low-calorie diet plan and some shots to take, which I knew I would be able to do because I'd been doing it for 40 years.
Yeah.
My issue was that I would gain the weight back, not that I could lose it. I knew how to lose it.
Yes, Michelle,
I knew how to
yes,
lose
I'm
it,
with
right?
you. Yeah.
All right, so she said, here, follow this plan. And Mark, I was doing good, right? I got this, right? I got this. I was doing good. And she was proud of me. I was proud of myself. But one thing that happened, when she gave me that plan before I left her office, I did something that I had never done in 40 years of trying.
No, hold on, hold it up close. Let's hear it. What did you do?
I prayed.
Oh, come on now. Won't you do it?
I prayed for understanding. Because I was like, God, there's something I don't know. There's something I'm missing about me and food. Help me understand this. So I prayed and I let it go. And after I'd been on it for a while and I was doing good, right, there came a moment when I wanted to eat something. And I sat with that. I sat with it. I'm like, why do I want to eat right now? Because I've had the shot. I'm following the plan. I'm not hungry. Why do I want to eat right now? And Mark, I got to tell you something. In 60 years of living, I had never asked myself that question. Why do I want to eat right now? And as I sat there with that question, here's a story that bubbled up. And I don't know if you can tell. We talked about this a little earlier. I grew up in the South. I'm from the country, right?
Okay, yeah.
And a while back, when I say a while back, I'm talking about the 90s. I was visiting. I was visiting my family farm, or visiting my uncle on our family farm. And we had a barbecue cookout kind of thing, and we brought out the watermelon. You know, black folks, watermelon.
Yes.
What you gonna do, right?
What we're gonna do.
What you gonna do? So I asked my uncle if he wanted some of this watermelon. And he said, no, I don't eat watermelon. And I heard him then, but I didn't understand what he was saying to me. But I was like, what do you mean you don't eat watermelon? Why? Is this got to be some reason? Like, do you not like it? You want some later? What? And he said, I just don't eat it. And so I kept pestering. I'm known for that. And he finally broke down and told me that when he was a little boy, he and some friends stole a watermelon from a neighbor's garden. Now, I want you to understand that this was 1930s Marshall, Texas, in the deep South.
Wow.
When his father, who was my grandfather, found out about it, my grandfather wasn't happy. 2 things about my grandfather. My grandfather was a railroad worker, and my grandfather was a church trustee.
Ooh, so you know them beatings were.
So
those spankings were something else.
Yeah, well, it went further than that. My grandfather, when he found out about this, he beat my uncle. He beat him so severely in 1930s Marshall, Texas, that in 1995, when I'm asking him about watermelon, he doesn't eat it.
Wow.
So that thing, I'll beat the taste out your mouth. That's a real thing. But when he told me that story, even then, I didn't understand the importance of it. It wasn't until I was in that moment thinking, why do I want to eat right now? When this story came up, when God gave me this story,
come on now,
that I said, I get it. My uncle did not eat watermelon because of what the watermelon represented. It was too painful. It was too traumatic. The memory, the event, the experience kept him from eating it because of the association. And so as I sat there in this moment of revelation, I thought, oh my God, this is it for me. I'm overeating certain things, not necessarily because I want the food, because I want what the food represents. And I tie it to an event, to an experience, to a memory that means something to me. And I need it in a particular moment. And I keep going back to it. So it's not the food. It's not the food. It's the story. It's the story behind the food.
I love it. And that's in the book.
And that's the first story in
the book.
the first story in the book.
So where can we get the book?
So you can get the book from me.
Where can our viewers get the book?
It's leavinglarge.com, and it's on Amazon. You can order it. It's available everywhere. But the thing, if you get it from me, you go to leavinglarge.com. I'll sign it. I'll sign it and I'll send it to you.
I can't wait to read. I can't wait to read this book. What an amazing story! What an amazing storyteller! I can't wait to. I'm excited. I'm excited about this because that is so many people can relate. I know I can relate.
Yes.
And we all have those stories.
Yes.
But it's so funny. You put it in that book. And shout out to your uncle.
Yes.
Is that your uncle?
Yes.
Thanks for joining, Michelle. Great story. We're talking about health. We're talking about food. We're talking about how you control all those good things on the Good News Show with Marc Clarke.
I'm Shalonda Stokes, President and CEO of Downtown Partnership of Baltimore, and I'm repping the Good News Show with Marc Clarke.
What's up, friends? It's the Baltimore foodie and the boy with the blue beard.
Good News Show with Marc Clarke. It's always fun to interview your friends. And so Eric Dotson from Couples Tea and More joins us. Eric, first of all, no disrespect, but you got a couple businesses, so give us the rundown of all the businesses first.
Well, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, Mark. Not too many. We've got Couples Tea House, but we also have Vinyl and Pages, which is a vinyl record and bookshop.
I love it.
And we've put Couples Tea House inside of that store. So, yeah, we've got it all operating in there as well.
So the thing that's interesting, Eric, I've known you all these years. I did not know your story. As we are celebrating Healthy Dining Awareness Restaurant Week, I found out something I did not know.
Yeah.
And so I thought Couples Tea was just because you guys made amazing tea and found amazing tea, but it's a little bit more to that story, right? Share the story with us.
Yes, a little bit of that as well, but what we were doing, well, as the story goes, I was diagnosed with diabetes in 2007. And one of the things the doctor said to me is that you got to make some lifestyle changes. Now, understand, I thought I was doing good.
Yeah.
I thought I was eating well. I wasn't eating red meats. I was just doing fish and chicken. I was drinking a lot of fruit juices, doing a lot of smoothies and things of that nature. But what I found out is that I was diagnosed with diabetes, type 2. Doctor told me I needed to make some changes. And one of the changes he suggested was to get rid of all those sugary beverages and drink unsweetened tea. Well, the only tea that I knew was Lipton black tea. And you know Lipton black tea
is not a party.
Without sugar, it doesn't taste that well.
It's not Couples Tea.
It's not Couples Tea. So what I had to do was I had to search for, first of all, teas that taste good to me with flavors that I recognize, things like orange, things like lemon, things like different fruits, and substitute that for the fruit juices. And then understanding that I had to do it without sugar, which was tough because, as I say, sugar is our first addictive drug.
Yes.
It's the most addictive drug. Once I did that, Mark, between the diabetes and changing that diet, I lost 30 pounds. I was over 200 pounds, the largest in my family.
Wow.
And so that really helped me live a healthier lifestyle. Now, we fall off from time to time, but if you don't drink your calories, that's a good way to start. So if you consume tea with no sugar and water, that's a good way to start. And then you can start balancing your diet with things that don't have sugar, things that don't have processed starches, things of that nature.
I love it, man. And again, you already were the man. Now you're even more the man.
Thank you.
Because it makes such sense because Couples Tea really is delicious, and I really think you guys got a lot of people into tea, and because you and your wife, just like with your record store, you're the kind of people that always add that extra layer. You're storytellers. But I love it, man. And so I'm really inspired to do the same because, you know, tea and coffee without sugar can be tough.
It can be tough.
But if you kind of get an idea of knowing what to look for, well, I love what you said. You started with the flavors that resonated with you.
Yeah.
And then you grew Couples Tea and people found their favorites. But it started with you. So I think that's almost the same thing you got to do. You got to be like, it's like you said, it's like with wine. It's the same way.
Exactly.
I don't like how this tastes, but I like how this tastes. Let me try it. So,
and once I discovered that, and discovered tea and all of its medicinal benefits and health benefits, the first thing Lynette and I said, we got to share this with people. And we were looking to start a business as a couple.
Yeah.
So it only came naturally that we said, let's first of all start educating people about this beverage. Let's make it accessible.
Yeah.
And then let's open our first brick and mortar where people can come in, enjoy the tea, listen to some good music, read some books, and change lifestyle.
I love it.
That's all we wanted to do.
And so give people, how can they get in touch with you on all your businesses and what you're doing?
Well, you can follow us on Instagram and on social medias at Couples Tea. It's spelled C-U-P-L-E-S. Or Vinyl and Pages or Vinyl and Pages. And you can also go to our website, couplestea.com.
Perfect. Eric, always great to see you. So proud of you, man. Thanks, man.
Man, I appreciate you.
A new story every day.
At all time.
It's a Good News Show with Marc Clarke.
Welcome to the Good News Show with Marc Clarke. I am Marc Clarke. Let me tell you something. We got so much going on in this show. I need notes. Tell us about this beautiful house. The Good News Show with me, Marc Clarke.
Two of my favorite Titans.
It keeps growing. The legend keeps growing. The Good News Show with Marc Clarke.
Hi, it's something amazing.
Something amazing. There's something amazing going on here in West Baltimore.
Next phase for some of your best soul food.
3 chefs catering for the best Jamaican food in the world.
In a cure of that sweet tooth, try Crazy Sweet Desserts.
If you're looking for some great seafood and wings, come to Dree Street Cuisine.
And they save the best for last. For sandwiches, smoothies, or salads, come see us at D&B Deli.
There's something really amazing going on in West Baltimore, here at the Mill. Great food, great drinks, great times to be had by all.
It's definitely something amazing going on North Avenue, man, and it's called the Mill on North. You got to come through. You got to check it out. Family friendly. Is enough for everybody.
Welcome to One World Studios, where culture meets creativity and your vision becomes reality. Powered by the groundbreaking partnership between Frank Johnson Media and Paris D. Rose Productions, One World Studios is a full-service creative agency that delivers bold storytelling, powerful branding, and content creation. One World Studios is the go-to destination for creators, organizations, and brands ready to lead with purpose. If you're building something, we're your team. This is where strategy meets soul. Book One World Studios, oneworldstudioshq.com. One vision, unlimited impact.
Welcome to the Good News Show with Marc Clarke. I am Marc Clarke. Let me tell you something. We got so much going on in this show. I need notes. Tell us about this beautiful house. The Good News Show with me, Marc Clarke.
Two of my favorite Titans.
It keeps growing. The legend keeps growing. The Good News Show with Marc Clarke. Of course, I am Marc Clarke. Good News Show with Marc Clarke, and I'm with the forever youthful Terrence Frazier. What's up, man?
What's going on, everybody? It's Governor Wes Moore, and I'm here on the Good News Show with my guy, Marc Clarke.